This 54 Chevy is a father-son project gone wrong. Let's see if we can bring it back to life.
So I was in the shop working on the burnt Chevy, and Richard just called and said that he had a surprise and I needed to record him coming. It is close to my birthday. It's only a few days away. Maybe he bought me something really, really nice. So he said he was a couple minutes away. I'm not gonna stand here and just record for a couple minutes. So when I hear him coming, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, here he comes. What is it? Oh my gosh. That man has done bought another Chevy from the 50s. Oh no. How many paint colors are on this Chevy? Richard, you have done bought another Chevy from the 50s? Oh my.
Guy around or what?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
I think this will run. I do. I think it'll run. It's a 235, and it's not the original 235. It's the newer one.
I can see so much hanging down from the inside of the roof. I don't. Oh man, I'm scared to go any closer.
Here's the important piece.
Important piece? Oh my gosh, hun, look at this. This is just rusted through.
Yeah. Look at the hood stays up.
Well, that was a reason to buy it.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just try to get all this in. Well, the back window of the 4-door is pretty cool. It's different. There is an insane amount of body filler.
Yeah.
On this.
Yep. This is the biggest bummer. There's no rear bumper.
I don't know what that says.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rochelle?
Rochelle, maybe, yeah. Taillights are smashed. We'll have to find some at Moultrie.
What do you have in mind?
Huh? Oh, I got big plans for this.
Oh, I have too many Chevys I'm working on now, so you might be alone in your big... What is that?
That's a Buick wheel. It's got 2 Buick sport wheels on it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's got 2 Buick sport wheels. It's got a Chevy sport wheel. I mean, come on. Look at the trim. You got to admit, this trim is straight. Look at that. But look at this. This is super rare. Look, it's got a yellow coil. I mean, I had to buy it. Check out these wires here. What's this all about? I have no idea what that's all about. I'll find out.
Carb exposed.
Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good. It's probably seized. I can't check because the fan belt's disconnected. Does it have a generator or alternator? Generator.
It's a big gap right there. I'm sure whatever's coming through there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least the hood stays open.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable. Look at that. It stays open even partway down. This thing has been around the block for sure.
For sure.
Look at the wiring's been upgraded.
We got that.
Yep. Wow. That's not too common.
I'm so scared to go over here and look inside.
Oh,
Well, this mirror is kind of shiny on the outside.
Yeah, isn't that a neat mirror?
Yeah, I gotta walk
Yeah, be
very careful on this until I get right here. Oh my gosh, you're cleaning this. I'm telling you right now. Someone tried to spruce it up with those speakers in the back.
I mean, it's definitely got an interesting history. It's got a weird air cleaner here.
It's really weird because it looks like someone painted it blue inside,
Oh,
but
no
they
doubt.
kept the original green and
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
no. Oh my. And I don't even know. Is that just trash?
This box?
Yeah.
No, there's parts in it. It's Napa parts.
Oh.
The guy that I bought it from is a scrapper, and he was called to come get it. And when he went to pick it up, to him it was too good for the junkyard, and I agree. So he put it on Marketplace where I saw it.
You're super proud of yourself right now, aren't you?
I like it. I like it. Driving home, it's always like this when you're pulling an old car on a trailer home. You're the coolest person on the road. Everybody's looking at you, either thinking they wish they were you or they're glad they're not you.
Yeah. Well, these are pretty cool. The rain guards.
Yes. Yes. 54 rain guards are not something you see every day.
So did you just think, I have a 54 two-door. Why not just add a 54 four-door? I mean, what was going through your mind?
Yeah, that was part of my logic.
You know, when I was coming out here, I said on camera, I was like, oh, maybe it's a birthday gift. Maybe he got me a neat birthday gift. My birthday's only a couple days away.
No, I wouldn't do this to you. Look at that under there.
Mm-hmm.
This thundering 235.
Is anything going to jump out?
No. The trunk isn't that great, though.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, the
I
trunk
don't
isn't
think
that
we've
great.
ever had a vehicle that was like that, rusted there.
Well, maybe we have, but the bumper hit it.
Oh, yeah, no bumper. Oh,
Yeah, I'm bummed about that.
that's what you're bummed about?
Yeah.
There's the air filter. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, that's the oil bath. That's cool, too. Wow, there's not much in here, is there? Neat coil bracket.
Yeah, I think that was green. Look up top.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That is
This is
the
your green.
original
That's
color
your
of my
54,
green.
your
Yes,
two-door.
it is.
Darn, babe, she's rusty.
Yeah, it is rusty. It's not only rusty, it's been bondoed and rusted again.
So you're gonna hear me yell. Why do we go faster than that? I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you're off. Front tires are off. Stop.
This guy's a piece of junk.
Okay. Whoo-wee. Well, that's done.
Well, the job has gotten off to a bad start. It's stuck in gear. This was not stuck when I got it. Not at all. But for some reason now, it's stuck. I've seen it before. Not totally uncommon on these old Chevys. And it's often in the column mechanism here, not the transmission. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the linkage here and here to see if I can move the forks by hand.
So we noticed a lot of wasp. Here's one of them inside, and we're trying to spray because there has to be a pretty big nest in there.
I don't understand it. The interior is so nice. How can there be wasps?
Told Richard, we were checking out the crazy color scheme people were trying to paint this, and then I said, did you see the purple cord in the back? I just
That's pretty wild.
yeah, but I don't comprehend it all the way. But look, they even went so far as to paint the ashtray that blue.
Yeah, let's take a look at this paint. I think this patina is amazing. Amazing. Check this out. You've got the original green. And where's the blue? Right? You've got green, you've got red primer, you've got white.
No, I think the blue was just inside, wasn't it?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. And, you know, the question is, what came first? The red primer or the white? It almost looks like the white was on top of the red. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
The white was on top of the red primer. So they took the time to prime it and then sprayed it or brushed it white, and it didn't stick. Look, there's no primer down here.
Yeah.
So why did they only prime sections? But look at the colors. There's so much history.
That's the correct wording. Look at the colors.
There's so much history. And look at why did they do these blue if the outside's not blue?
I do not know.
I don't either.
Well, we did think that if they did the outside white, maybe they were going for blue and white.
Red, white, and blue.
With a touch of green and purple.
Yeah, maybe this was like red, white, and blue. It's possible.
I guess anything's possible.
This thing has so much history. I think this is going to be fun just because figuring out the past of this thing, if we can figure it out. And it comes with a couple of Buick wheels.
It says heavy, be careful.
Yeah, it's not. Empty hose clamp box. This looks like a thermostat. Nope, it's a gas cap. Huh. That's nice, it's brand new. Unfortunately, I don't think it's vented, so we can't use it on the tractor. Oh, look at this. That's a pitman arm. Wow. That's not a cheap part. It's brand new. And it's a Moog.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best brand. Beautiful. Beautiful. What's this?
Is that what we were talking about we needed earlier? To lift stuff up? Oh, kind of.
I'm not sure what this is, but it's got a lock on it, I think. Yeah.
We don't have one of those, so that's good.
No, we don't have one. We'll have to figure out what it is. It's a distributor in decent shape.
I wonder if that's a clue.
Well, let's see if it's got any side play. It does, a lot of side play, so maybe it's been changed. I don't know. What's that, guys? It's tooling. I have no idea what that is. What's this? Is this points? It's good Napa stuff, whatever it is. It's a rotor. Brand new rotor. Probably for this car. Oh, what's this? Something in here too. Points!
Whoa.
Woo-hoo!
So I would say this is definitely a clue with the distributor.
Geez, maybe these are the points for this car, but they're in two pieces. Yeah, I mean, they were having ignition problems, weren't they?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why I could park. And that's it. No other clues.
Oh, it's spark plugs?
Plugs.
Wow.
Plugs. Are they for this car?
No, that looks
I'll
like
be
it's
able to
been
tell
in a
looking at
fire or something.
No, these aren't for this car.
Look at the bottom of that box.
Yeah, it's moisture damage.
Is that what it is?
It almost looks like fire damage.
That's what I
doesn't it?
said. It looks like it, yeah.
It does look like fire damage.
That's
These are not for this car. And then we have
More parts.
more ignition stuff, another plug to complete the set, and more ignition stuff.
So
This
odd.
is another condenser and points. More points. That's back when they had styrofoam around the bottles. That's
yeah.
what, 80s?
Look, they pulled it off and put it in there.
Yeah.
They must have been really bored in the
this
car
one
that
is
day.
really small, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could probably date it from that.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
moving?
stuck.
Okay, I saw
Why,
it.
is the car moving? No.
No, you were moving the fan, so I
No,
couldn't
it's
tell.
not moving. It's stuck. Hold on.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it's stuck. Let's get the chalk. It's tight if it's not stuck.
Maybe we should pull the plugs first then.
Yeah. Well, of course we will. I'm just more curious than anything. Slipped off that one.
It's a little hard to see. I should have moved the light.
Got it.
Okay.
I was worried about that.
Well, thank you, Creole.
Yeah, you break the head off and it's big trouble. Yeah. All right, those 4 screws are off. Okay, this is loose. I'm really hoping I don't find a mess under here.
So you have a few more things to get off.
Yeah.
Or to move, anyway.
This rubber is rock hard. I'm really stuck. Come on.
Oh my. I'm surprised this just isn't going to crack.
I know it.
It's pinned up to fight, huh?
There. Okay.
Is that rust? Can you move?
What? Yeah, there's some rust there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, that's nice and loose, so I'm hoping I don't find a mess in here. Here we go. Hey. Ooh.
Let me see.
This is okay, right?
Yeah, let's let me pull the light down, get a better view. Wow.
Not maintained.
No. It looks kind of rusted up here too. Is
Yeah,
that?
there's a little bit of rust here.
Yeah, let me come over here. I think there might be more than a little bit.
Yeah,
See if I can
look
get-
at all this.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's hard to
very
get
rusty.
the light. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have to vacuum this before we start messing around because this stuff will fall down the push rod holes.
Well, now I really want to know what those spark plugs look like.
Yeah.
All right, we got the big light out. So much better. Yeah, Richard, you said that there's a smell, and I can't.
It stinks.
What's it smell like?
It smells like if you leave your emergency brake on, you get that smell from the brake pads as they get hot. That's what it smells like. And it's under the valve cover because it didn't smell at all until we took it off. It stinks. So let's check if we have lash here. That one feels pretty good. That one's got a bit of lash. That one does. That one's got a lot. I wonder if that valve is stuck. That's got a lot. You wouldn't think the valves would be, this lash would be from stuck valves because the engine hasn't turned. Yeah, well, we got to vacuum that out.
Yeah, and then I want to see those spark plugs.
Yeah, let's do that next. Dun dun dun. They're Champion plugs. What in the world?
What's going on?
These are little head plugs. I don't get that. These are the wrong plugs. These are the small head plugs. GM went to these small head plugs in late 71 for the 72 model year. I don't know what these are doing in here. These are like the ones that were inside in that cardboard box. Huh, okay, let's pull them out and see what we got. I didn't think you could do that. That's a new one on me.
Maybe they won't come out.
Well, I hope you're wrong about that. Okay, that's not a good sign. This wasn't tight. I wonder if it's because it's the wrong plug, why it wasn't tight, but it was not tight. The smell under here is unreal. I mean, it was running with these plugs in it. Clearly.
I heard something that sounded like a crack.
Yeah, I think I just broke that plug. boy. I hope this doesn't mean it's crossed.
Well, I'm just hoping it wasn't stuck from rust.
Yeah, right. Right. That would be almost worse than crossed.
Because it seemed like the front of the engine looked oh, that's exactly what it was.
Well, the threads is certainly, inside's not, but the threads, look at the threads and the base are very corroded, and I did break it. So you can see the threads on 3 full of rust. It's the only one that was tough to get out. The others were just a little more than finger tight.
Wow.
So when I say it's got the wrong plugs, this is what I mean. This is a 216, a very old block from 52. Look at in here, and you see the flat surface where the plug thread's in?
Yeah.
It's flat because you've got a gasket there. See that piece of steel? That's actually a gasket. So you thread this in and the gasket seals. Let's take a look at this head on the 54. Now see in here, same thing, flat surface. This plug has a taper on it. See that? There's no gasket, it's a taper. And it's made for a head that's machined with a taper. There's no taper here, it's a flat surface. So, I mean, that can seal, but it's not going to seal right. Let's try it here on the 216.
Let me just go around this way, see if I can get in. Kind of.
And when I say small plugs versus large, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right
like
there.
Half the size.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, it threads in fine, but it's just not going to seal well. Yeah. I mean, it's just not going to seal like a gasket will. So I don't know how someone could make that error, but they did.
So that is the one that had all the rust in it?
This is number 3. We know, guys, we sometimes give you blurry shots of this, so we're trying hard to get you a good shot with this scope.
And it looks not that bad.
No, let's go back in. Let's go back in here.
You want to move
This is
it
the
around?
piston right here, and this is the wall. This piston's way down in the cylinder. So you can see the top of the piston's rusty, but the walls are fine. So that's good.
Point at it because you get in the way. So that's the next one?
This is number 4.
I mean, it looks okay too.
Again, up here, the wall, that's the piston.
All right, let's...
All right, let's look at number 5. So far, we don't see anything bad. Yeah, see that? That's a little concerning. I don't know what that is. Those bumps.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I don't know. That looks to me like where the cylinder head meets the block.
It looks like a bug to me, but...
Oh, maybe it's just, oh, okay. It's probably just at the edge of the plug hole. And I'm making a big deal out of it for nothing. Let's check this one.
Okay, so that's the last one.
You can see some rust on the walls,
Yeah.
but not terrible. Not terrible. This is nothing that some mystery oil won't solve for us. Okay, mystery oil is in every cylinder. I didn't fill them up, but I put a good amount in there. But here's Christina and I's theory. We think it's not the pistons. The scope revealed nothing of major concern. We think these rockers are stuck. These, especially up front, look terrible. Well, that one moves. But like this one really feels stuck right here. No, it's not. Well, we're going to take that off. It's got to come off. Something big time is amiss.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the valves. I just don't think it's the piston based on what we just saw from the scope. But the mystery oil certainly won't hurt things. I get pretty excited about these, as you know, And I just realized I forgot to check the oil. You know, this stink smells like really bad oil. So let's see what's going on in here. It's kind of a dumb thing to forget. There's nothing on there. Can you see that? There is absolutely nothing on there.
Oh yeah,
Look
there's
at
nothing.
that. Let me do another pull. No. There's nothing on that stick.
Well, does that mean we don't need to check for water in the oil? Probably. We still do, because there could be water in there and the stick just didn't go down that far.
That pan plug to see what's going on. We have seen this once before. Do you remember? The green 1950 Chevy.
Yes. Oh, that when we were
field.
in the field. Yeah, yeah.
That one had no oil in it. It took 4 quarts of oil. And as I recall, I pulled the plug on that and nothing came out. Maybe that'll be the problem here. I don't know why, but I've got to check it ASAP.
So I told Richard that I want to see what's underneath that distributor cap. There were just too many parts inside of that, inside the Chevy.
Yeah,
and I just want to know what's in there.
And this stuff doesn't look very used. The cap, the coil, the wires. Whoa. Yeah, see that cap, is that ever been used? I don't think it's ever been used.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty in there.
It is very dirty. Look at that, Delco Remy. That's really neat. But this cap's never been used. I don't know what that means. The rotor's been used. The rotor's terrible.
Is there some play in there?
There was a rotor.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bit of play, but there was a rotor inside the car. That rotor's definitely used.
Yeah.
These points are completely corroded, and there's not much spring back at all to them. But, okay, so we got a new cap that's never been used, never fired on. Looks like recent meaning unused wires and unused coil. What does that tell you?
Maybe the people that didn't know what they were doing were working on it.
Well, I think given
because
the plugs, that's
I would think the most important thing would be, does your car have oil?
Well, that may have leaked out over time, but to use an old rotor with a new cap, it almost tells me they were in the middle of doing it and never finished. So we discovered something super interesting. When I went to put the cap back on, it only goes on one way, right? There's a notch in it, and it only goes on one way. And it wasn't on right. It was 180 degrees out from where it was. And the reason I know that is the way it was, there was a silver sticker here, right there. And look where the silver sticker is now.
On the other side.
Right there. So, I don't know who worked on this thing.
Maybe they didn't know a lot about cars.
Well, apparently.
Okay, can you see that? Oh, well, not that thing that just dropped off. But do you see that there's a leak under there? So yesterday, Richard and I were talking that there was no oil, and I had mentioned that I wondered if there was a leak in the oil pan. And so Richard, even though you're struggling with something else right now, you said that there might possibly be a leak in the oil pan, and that's the mystery oil that has drained through and came out.
No other reason for there to be an oil spot under this car.
Yeah, so you're messing around with the generator, and then we're going to take a look at the oil pan. And
I'm optimistic this will run, and if it runs, I need the water pump working. And in order to get the water pump working, this generator needs to be in. But wow, was it Mickey Mouse. It wasn't connected. Someone had snapped off the bolt in the top, and the bottom, unbelievable. Yeah, father-son project. I think neither knew what they were doing.
so just want to let you know that we have actually started restoration on the burnt 1951 Chevy two-door hardtop. And you can see videos on our second channel, More What the Rust, and keep up to date on our progress.
The discovery this morning of the oil leak has us a little concerned. Why would it start leaking now? There was no oil in it that we could tell, at least none on the stick. Why would it start leaking now? Maybe it's the mystery oil that went through, but I'm gonna get under there now and see what's going on. If I can't figure out what's going on, I'm gonna pull the drain plug anyway. The leak is coming from the back of the engine. Oh, oh no. There's no drain plug.
Well, that makes sense then. Why would someone take that?
But why in the world would the drain plug be out? Luckily, I've got a spare block right there with a drain plug.
Yay!
All right, I put an oil plug in it, but I'm going to check now for holes in the block, as crazy as that might sound, because I'm really worried about this thing. This side looks okay. There's no holes in the pan that I can see. It's very rusty. The pan is very rusty. Yeah, I don't see any holes in the block. Whew, stinks under here too. Like old burned oil is what it stinks like. Okay, let's put some diesel in it, see what happens. Yeah, that's working good. And I'm going to alternate where I pour it down. I'm going to put some there. I'm going to put some here.
It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it comes out.
Given what I saw in the scope, it's going to be dirty. Yeah. All right, we're taking this rocker shaft off. We believe that there's likely stuck valves, maybe even stuck rocker arms. So rather than mess around, let's take it off. It's not hard on these, and it's not hard to put back in, but you gotta loosen it up a bit at a time. As the valves are going to keep pressure on these bolts as they come up, the ones that are under tension, the valve springs. And I am seeing tension, so that's good. All right, let's see if we can get the front part of this out. We can. There's a spring. Is there a washer behind it? Yes. So that's how it goes. Spring against rocker, washer against this middle piece. All right, are any of these stuck? That one's stuck. This one is not. So just this one, but it's stuck bad. Oh,
Is it?
There it goes, there it goes. Okay, it was stuck. So we're gonna soak this.
So Richard just noticed, oh, hey, look, there's another thing for the
Oh, yeah.
battery, too. But they're spark plugs, and he said those are the right ones.
Yeah, yep. See, that's the big plug, and those are AC 45s. That's the right plug. And there's two of them. They're old.
Yeah, they're very
I mean, 45 without an R or an S or anything else. That's old. Let's get this one off. This one's the same. It's got the spring against the rocker and then the washer against the middle piece. Let's see. Not stuck, not stuck, not a little bit, but not wholly stuck, but tight, tight. It's funny, it's the same one. These are going to clean up really nice. We're going to hit them with, I don't know, what do you think?
Brake cleaner?
Yeah,
what you're gonna
probably
do?
brake cleaner.
Uh-huh.
And then oil them up. And I think these are going to be just fine. But let's check the valves now. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That's free. Woohoo!
All right.
That's free. That's free. That's free.
Not free.
It is now. I think it was a little stuck and it just freed up. That's free. That's free.
Huh.
Wow.
I did not think
stuck valves.
I did not think they were all going to be, because when you look at the stuff over here on this side,
Yeah, I'm shocked.
I mean,
Yep.
it just looks like a rusty, nasty mess.
Yeah, I'm shocked by that, but happy.
Yeah. So how are you going to clean those?
I guess just by hand, old-fashioned rags and elbow grease.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. This gasket's been on there a long time. It is shot. It is coming off, You just wipe it and it comes off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's a 1/4 inch thick.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, getting this freed up. I have to check each one of these holes to make sure they're free. I'll probably use compressed air for that. But look at these are nice now.
Mm-hmm.
No problems. And I haven't even oiled them up yet. So this is coming along nicely.
Oh yeah.
That's brown.
It is. Oops.
Since the valve train is now disconnected, I might as well try to spin it again. Oh yeah, it's
Darn.
still stuck. Whew.
I was hoping.
Yeah, that stinks. That stinks.
So you're a little bit tired. So you thought of something.
Well, I forgot the transmission jammed in gear.
Mm-hmm.
So we just put the clutch in and we're holding it with a stick. So we'll see if that was affecting this. I don't think it was, but it might have been. No.
Well,
It was worth a try.
I know. It would have been so nice for you. All right, be careful. There's some rust sticking up from that door. And I don't think we're current on our tetanus shot.
So that's the flywheel cover. It's not supposed to look like that. It just completely rusted through. And there's the teeth on the flywheel. That's what I'm going to try to grab with the pry bar to pry the engine free.
The car is up.
Yeah, that's good now.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Are you going to start trying?
Yep.
Oh, come on, Chevy.
Okay.
All right. It moved. You got it.
Moved.
Yeah, no, I saw it up here. You're good.
Woohoo!
You're free. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
So it sounds squeaky
It
though.
does.
What is the squeaky from?
I don't know.
I honestly do not remember a time when we have ever heard a squeak like that.
It might be this pan. The pan might be hitting the flywheel because it's so bent up now.
Mm-hmm. Did you reach a tough spot?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, all that noise is the pan.
Okay, good.
The ignition plug is missing too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no. Now why in the heck would that?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Anyway, let me keep going.
You've been around once. A little bit more.
All right.
So now is the part where we drain the...
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why, but I always get really excited over this part because I want to see the gunk that comes out.
That's not bad at all. Look at that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oop.
Whoop, that was a chunk of something.
Yeah, I would have thought there had been way more chunks than that. Maybe they just haven't gotten there yet. It's coming up pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, clearly this engine doesn't have nearly the gunk we're used to. Because this, even the diesel fuel is not black.
No, I can see that. It's very interesting.
That's real good. That's good news. Let's see if there's any more junk in here. Little blackness. but no, nothing.
I'm a little disappointed. I didn't get the messiness that I was hoping for, so darn.
Beautiful.
Are you getting those ready to go back in?
Yes.
So, can you explain why you're doing, that's motor oil, right?
This is motor oil. I'm doing this because they're completely dry from being cleaned. And I don't want these to be dry while oil pressure builds. I have no idea how quick oil pressure is going to build in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Putting these rockers in is like whack-a-mole. You put one line up with the push rod, another one pops up. Line that one up, this one pops up. But I think I've got it. And you have to make sure that they're all centered on the lifter too. You'll bend a push rod immediately if they're not. I'm loving this oil can.
Yeah, so let me tell you, we do not know where that came from. We just found it sitting here in the shop, and it already had oil in it. Neither of us recognize it. No one's been here working except for us. So, you know what that means, Richard? It means that we buy way too much crap. And we cannot remember what we buy at like yard sales and estate sales and everything. And
It had to come from probably a farm estate sale or something.
yeah.
But this thing rules. Look at how long this tube is.
That's probably why we bought it. We just don't remember. Explain to our viewers what Frankenstein thing we have done.
I've got a 216 valve cover gasket, which has the bolt holes on top. So the gasket doesn't have holes around the side. So it's the same otherwise. I'm laying this down and using a screwdriver to poke holes where the holes should be and reusing it.
But the brilliant part is that you kept this. So this come from
Yeah,
the 49?
that's the brilliant part.
Was this from the 49?
I think it's from the 49, yes.
And I think that's where the oil plug that came from.
Yes.
How did you know you would need this again someday? Do you want me to tell you how?
Well, I know why.
Because you have an obsession, hon, with the 50 Chevys.
Because I'm a magnet for them. It's like cats. They just find me.
50 Chevys and cats.
49 to 54 Chevys and cats just seem to find me.
I know that the Tri-Fi just do not come looking for you. They're like,
No.
nah. We need to find someone else.
No, I'm not posh enough for the Tri-Fives. Now this is 1540 diesel. If this starts, I'm going to add some zinc to it. So this is obviously absolute junk. But thanks to our viewers, we have new connectors. This one is from Vinny, and this one is from Curtis. So we're good to go here. This is going to be awesome. All right, big moment. Big moment. The battery is going in. And we are going to try the compression and the starter. Slight bump first to make sure that my clutch implement is working correctly.
Now, if there's any mystery oil, you might get a little light spray over there.
Yeah, that's true. I probably will. Yep.
Or
Uh-oh.
what's wrong? You think connections or the starter?
No, the red light's on.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Huh.
Well, that didn't sound good.
No.
Did I miss the fireworks?
The starter might be bad. Oh yeah. This solenoid's stuck. Where have we seen that before?
The blue?
Yep. All right, starter's got to come out. The solenoid is stuck. We've seen this before. The solenoid on these, the movement part is actually external and it gets rusted. But we're going to try to break this up a little and see what electrical items on this car actually work.
Yeah. All right, you gonna hop in?
Yeah.
Okay. No, there are no horns. The horns have been removed, so.
Yeah, for some odd reason. So let's try the lights.
No.
Okay. Could be the dimmer switch. Let me open this door.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Get my clutch press. This dimmer switch is had it.
They took the radio out. What about the... Is there anything else to try on there? I know.
Does it have directionals?
Well, not... I mean, I don't see the... Did they still have the directionals the little on the side like we do now?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, can you imagine? That alone tells you this car hasn't been used in a long time.
What about the windshield wipers?
No, they're vacuum.
Oh, I'm grasping here. I'm grasping. Oh, but didn't you say they weren't vacuum on this, or they were?
No, they're actuated by cable, but they're run off
But-
vacuum. Nothing?
No. Sorry. He got the dimmer switch working, but no. We found a wiring issue.
Well, we found some cut wires, so we're going to hook them back up. That
Well,
seems like a good
cut
idea.
wires are a wiring issue, hon.
Why would you cut them?
You know.
Must not be any good reason. Okay, check those headlights.
There are no lights.
No, there's nothing going on here. Nothing. That old solenoid has had it. Here's a new one, what it looks like. Look at the difference between where the engagement part is versus that one. That one's stuck way out. It's almost like engaged and froze. But it's 4 bolts. You just drop it on. This is the main connection to the starter. You put a cotter pin and a pin in here, and that's it. So there's a little bit of adjustment here as to where you want the throw. So I'm going to have to adjust that. But once that's done, this starter should be good to go. So I've got power to it, and I'm simulating the ignition switch with this screwdriver. You see how this moves? That looks good. So I'm just going to drop this in. I'm not sure that you can see that, but see that hole down here? That's where the starter goes. I know it's very dark, and it's just loaded with dirt. I know you can see the dirt at least. It's loaded. I think the dirt got in there because the flywheel cover is all rusted out. Probably had a hole in it for a long time. It's not a good thing that that's got all the dirt in it. I'm going to try to clean it as best I can. Starter's in. Going to do a bit of test. We found that, or I found when I was working on the starter, the feed to the entire car has been cut for whatever reason. So that's why nothing worked.
Yeah.
But I can fix that pretty easily, assuming this thing is worth it. So we're going to try cranking it over right now. It should blow some mystery oil out.
Now, when you get the starter working, you wanted to check the compression.
Yeah, that's next.
Well, there's some smoke coming from that.
Is it from
it
this
the negative?
connection?
Yeah, is that the negative?
Yeah. Ooh, that's hot.
It was smoking. Does that sound okay? It sounds a little strange to me.
I think the engine's a little tight. The engine's a little tight, but it sounds good. Ready to do a compression test, but I just discovered the throttle plates are stuck closed. That might not affect the compression, but it might. So let's see. So we've got it hooked up to number 1. Let's see how it goes.
Well, I was not expecting that.
Beautiful. Me neither.
Was it about 130?
It's more. It's close to 140. 138.
Wow. No. Okay, watch, that'll be the only one with compression. No.
We'll run on 1. All right, let me get my tape. I'm going to write that down.
All right, here's number 2.
Number 2.
That's crazy.
150 even.
Whoa.
That's within 10%.
Yeah.
So we're good. Wow, man.
Number 3.
Number 3.
150.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
So far, this engine is in incredible shape. All right, number 4.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Maybe you don't have it screwed in all the way. You want to check it?
Yeah, I think it's screwed in all the way. Yeah, it's screwed in all the way.
Maybe it wasn't screwed in all the
Yeah,
way.
140.
Okay. We'll take that. All right, here we go.
Number 5.
150.
It's the picture of consistency. Last one.
Are we feeling lucky?
I am feeling lucky. It's just been too consistent across the board. This is number 6, the
All right,
last
let's go,
one.
let's go. Yeah.
This one is 152.
Let's just say I don't know. Let me just say 150. I feel like you left that one, the starter going on that one a little more than some others.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
This engine's in really good shape. I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
This is insane.
It really is. And I told Richard, watch, when we get ready to start it, it won't start. Like, seriously. Here, something will happen and this thing will not start.
Well,
And he will stay out here until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning to figure out why it won't start.
so I got to show you all this. Back in the day, you could get reconditioned spark plugs. This is an official reconditioned spark plug set that I'm going to use in this car. Now, I've got a couple of these, so don't panic that I'm destroying some kind of relic of history. What they would do is people would return their spark plugs and the auto parts store would send them out to this company who would sandblast and clean them and resell them again. Now, you've seen me many times clean spark plugs in the field and put them back in. And sometimes you would say, why are you doing that? This proves it can be done.
Yeah, and not only that, there's a 10,000 mile guarantee. So
I think that's better than the original plugs were.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness. He turned it over and he found this really cool spark plug.
Yeah, look at this Chevy 49 to 67 AAA, and I think this happens to be AAA.
Yeah. How cool. Always check gap before installing. If any of you watched the tractor video, you know that Richard started to use a points file. He said that he stopped using them because he had lost them. Well, the one that he was using, he had lost. And so we are getting another one. These things are tiny and they're hard to keep track of. So I'm going to get another one out. Here you go, babe. The struggle is real. On those little things. I know.
Let's wrap some red tape around it or something.
You know, maybe we'll put a little hole in, make a chain and pin a necklace. You know how people do it with the glasses? The chain around their glasses? Yeah.
Don't mess with me, I'm wearing a points file.
Stop it.
How to use the points file. It's real easy on these old Chevys. Oh, lots of corrosion there. And that's all it takes, right? Just a few times.
What does it look like after? Do you see it on here?
You should, yeah. You see a little corrosion there?
Mm-hmm.
These were heavily corroded.
How's the rotor look?
Rotor's good. Yeah, I sanded it a
need
little bit. But
You did sand that?
Yep.
Okay.
But it's good. It's a good quality piece. Made in USA, so I'm going to leave it in there. This tire keeps going flat. I'm going to try this new contraption that I got. It's called a Gulu tire inflator. GT150. I've never used this before. I don't know how it's going to work, but let's try it and find out, because this tire needs it. Here's the on button. You have to hold it in for 2 seconds. And then you press this circular thing here. That's inflation mode. 35 psi is a little too much for a roller. I'm gonna say 30, and then press this again. Okay, there it goes. So we're gonna see how long this takes. I'm gonna time it, and I'll get right back to you. 6 minutes and 52 seconds. And this is a P215 70 by 15 tire. This little guy is pretty neat. I'm gonna add it to my kit. It's so small. It's just great. Great to bring out in the field. The battery hasn't moved at all. We are finally ready to see if this thing will fire. Ignition's hooked up. We're enlisting the old milk bottle. Let's try it. A little fire there. It is firing, just not on many cylinders. Yeah, we got spark for sure.
Do you want some starting fluid?
Not yet. I think it needs more gas. I really think it's dying for gas. Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, you're so close on that one. You're going to change that cable out?
Yeah, and I got to let the starter cool.
Well, and let me ask you this. We talked about it yesterday. Did you ever check the firing order of the plugs?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Okay. Because I know you were doing some stuff out here when it was inside, so I wasn't quite sure.
I checked it this morning.
Did they? So they had that right?
Huh?
They had that right?
Well, the cap was 180 degrees out, but the firing order on the cap was good, yeah.
Well, good for them.
This time we're going to try a little ether. And I've got the gas turned on. I normally don't like to do that until it actually fires, but this thing seems to want gas. Getting better. It's firing more.
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh, you're close on that one.
Huh. It's weird.
Did you check for leaks? Compression leaks?
Compression leaks.
Around the carb or anything?
Oh.
Air leaks?
Vacuum leaks, you mean?
Vacuum, yeah.
Nope. I noticed as soon as I let off the starter, it quits. Almost like there was a voltage issue to the coil. Now, I don't know that this is what's causing it, but the coil's hooked up backwards. You've got the ballast resistor here, and it's running to the negative side of the coil, and the positive side is running to the distributor. That's backwards. So we're going to fix that. Take 4. Got the coil wired up right. I just have the feeling that that was the problem. We'll find out momentarily.
The 54 is being difficult.
We swap coils to a known good coil. See if that makes any difference. Seems a little better.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Yeah. So what's your plan now?
Think.
To think? Well, that's always a good plan.
Okay, we're going to check to see if we're, number one is a top dead center when the rotor says it should be. I hooked these up the way they were, and maybe it wasn't right. So we've got the TDC whistle hooked up, and what this will do is whistle as the piston's coming up. So I'm turning it by hand, and it started to whistle already. So when it stops, we're at top dead center. That might be it. Yep, that's it. Okay, so we're slightly past top dead center. Let's see where the distributor, where the rotor is pointing. So number one plug is right here.
Do you have to take the cap off?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the plug wire is right here. So it's right after the connection from the coil. So I would expect the rotor to be pointing about here. And it's not.
Nope.
Nope. It's not. So this tells me this distributor is at least a tooth off, which is great news because that probably explains what's going on here. So we're going to fix these wires right and then give it a try.
So you're just going to move all those one.
Yeah. Number one is actually here. This one is here.
Yep. So you're just going to move one at a time, 6 times.
Yep. Let me shut this light.
It's okay. Oh, it's a lot better already.
Sounds better, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did?
I know.
That spark checker firing?
It is, yes. Well, that's odd.
Yeah, this is.
Stop. I don't see spark anymore.
Out of the blue, we've lost spark. So I'm going to change the points, which I should have done a long time ago. They were sparking fine, but this car came with a new set, so I might as well change them. Is spark now?
Uh-huh.
At Christina's insistence, I changed the condenser. I never do that, so I'm running out of ideas, honestly. So I want to try it once more and see what happens, but I just don't know at this point. You want this light off or on?
It's fine on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. so fast. Oh, that is hilarious.
A condenser. That's impossible. A condenser. A tiny little condenser. Sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing. I mean, you know, this might be the best sounding.
Oil pressure. What?
This might be one of the best sounding cars we started in I don't know how long. And I actually hate to say that because I kind of don't like this car, you know? But that's only because he's going to want me to clean it.
Now we got oil pressure. Let's see what the gauge says.
So don't forget about the coolant.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's working, is it? I don't think it is.
Now let's put some coolant in this baby.
Oh my god. That is so funny.
All right, so let me show the viewers what I changed.
Okay.
This is insane. I can't believe it. So this is a condenser. It goes under the cap, and
Well, take the cap off and show.
I don't want to touch this thing.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
All right, I got a spare distributor.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that crap. I mean, it's junky, but you just need a visual. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the points, and here's the condenser, and here's the wire from the coil. So all of these are in the same circuit. And my understanding of what a condenser does is it keeps the points from arcing out of control. So it kind of controls the arc. Maybe it does more than that. So Christina was like, why don't you change the condenser? It's like, I don't think so.
But he did.
But I did.
And it started immediately. Like, I've never seen a car start faster. I don't think my Toyota or that Mustang has started as fast as that car just did.
That's true. But you know what's going to result now? It's fake!
Oh.
It's
You know,
fake! Staged!
I'm so beyond those comments that you just need to join me in not caring.
All right, let's put some water in this thing and some coolant later.
Okay, so you're putting some more water in there. You lost a little because you had to connect
The heater hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we noticed there's a little oil leak at the bottom, so you're going to have to check that out later. It's not enough. I mean, what do you think? Maybe it looks like 2 or 3 tablespoons, maybe?
The oil leak?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on it.
And you know, we didn't look before, so we're not really sure when that when that came out. I don't know if it was when we were trying to start it. It was last night.
All right. Let's try it now.
So here's we have the water pump is leaking. But I'm watching for this oil leak. That's a one drop of oil come out. Yeah, it's a beautiful idol. It's a beautiful idol.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, it's shocking. It's just shocking.
It is. Let's see how low we can get this to idle. That's pretty low.
Now, if you hear something strange, it's because it started to rain really hard. So hopefully that's not interfering with the sound of the engine that much.
Now that oil gauge works. Okay, do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can just look at the oil gauge when I rev it up and see if it goes up.
All right, where's
It's
it
this
at?
one right here. The bottom one on the right.
All right,
And it's in the middle right now.
Okay,
See if it goes up when I rev.
Okay. Yes. Yes, it did.
Well, we got oil pressure all right.
Well, that's good.
Good oil pressure.
All right.
How's that oil?
Well, I've been walking around with you, so you see anything new?
I don't see anything.
I saw one drip come out of it when we originally started it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, it's an odd thing. It only seems to have a tiny, tiny drip when you start it. You probably need to get under there and check it out. Well, it's great. It's a great job. You did a good job, babe.
Thermostat's open, unless it doesn't have one.
Now you just need to figure out that transmission issue. That looks about the same. You ready? So he is checking on the clutch. The back one's done.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So that might free up this trans now. Which it has not done.
No, you can't have everything in one day.
We are going to call this one good. It runs awesome. I've now got neutral in first. I need to spend more time on that transmission, see if it can be salvaged at all. But even if it can't, I've got plans for this car. And the plans are very radical. There'll be more coverage of this car on our second channel, More What the Russ. So please go over there and subscribe, and you'll see future editions for this. I bet you'll never guess what I'm going to do with it. I hope you enjoyed today. Please consider subscribing. If you like this video, a like would be fantastic, or even a comment if you have opinions about what I should do with this thing. Again, thank you, and have a great day.